All right, it is time to remove the peas from my arch trellis. It is warming up. I don't see hardly any flowers on these vines anymore, which is a sign that they've drastically slowed down their production. Meanwhile, my tomatoes are really starting to grow, so I want to give all of the attention and the space to my tomatoes now. So it is a big day here in the kitchen garden. All right, so I'm just going to cut here and see if I can gingerly tug these out. You can actually eat all of the pea vine. It's a little bit tougher to eat at this stage versus the shoot, but these top parts, the very top parts, are pretty delicious. So I might try to do a little stir fry with these, probably getting rid of the lower parts of the vine, but these top parts I might actually be able to make something with them. All right, so I'll set these aside separately. And then I'm going to keep working down. I'm going to leave my twine here because I want to use this, if I can, for my tomatoes. So I'm just going to kind of untangle and cut, being careful not to cut the tomato because, you know, the tomato's in here too. So I just cut a layer at a time and then just slowly work my way down, trying to keep the twine intact. I'm going to put this in a separate pile. Now what I've done in years prior is I actually cut the twine and pulled the whole vine out. And it is pretty fun to see it that way. So let's see if I can do this with the rest of it. So I'm not going to pull these out of the ground. I'm just simply cutting them right at the base, the soil level. You can see right here, just snipping them right there at the base, just like that. This, okay, don't cut that tomato. That would be sad. So this ensures that I don't disrupt the roots of the tomatoes that are growing, and also preserves, you know, the nutrients, the web that is being woven in all of that soil right underneath the garden surface. So I try, if I can, not to take them out of the soil and just cut at the soil level. All right, we're slowly getting it all out of there. So you will see yourself how the peas are a little bit tougher at the lower level. This is the older part of the pea, so it's not going to be as soft and definitely not as edible. All right, we're doing pretty good. All right, almost there. Trying to keep my twine in place and my tomatoes from being harmed. We are almost done. So I'm going to cut this last little bit over here from the base. There we go. All right, you guys. So this was all that was growing just on this one side of the trellis. But now look how open it is, and now it's ready to have the tomatoes attached instead. Pretty crazy. All right, so now what we're going to do is come along and find our tomatoes. I think there's one right here. There was one. Hopefully I didn't get rid of it. That's not a tomato, that's radish. Here it is. So we're going to take this little tomato. This one definitely needed some more sunlight. And we're going to just wrap it inside this twine. So this one kind of came undone a little bit. We'll pull this one off. Start over. Okay, then we've got this other tomato here. So we're going to pull this inside of the twine. You can see how nice it is to already have that twine in place, and then just use it to attach the tomato. So we've got this one over here as well, already attached. And then let's see if we have another. Here's another pretty tall one. So we're going to start lower and then weave this inside. All right, so now these tomatoes get full reign over the arch trellis. They don't have to share anymore. So let's see if they grow faster with more sunlight, more space. I love getting to do peas and tomatoes on the one trellis and get a jump start into the next season while also getting to enjoy lots of peas through the spring. So now all I'm going to do is do the same thing to the other side, and now let the tomato